And we're shaping up to have a great afternoon today after a very mild weekend. We'll have a few clouds, so we'll have to overlook that. But temperature-wise, we're looking pretty decent with temperatures warming this afternoon into the mid and upper 50s. Some traffic on the move as folks get it to where they need to go. Maybe they're going to work early this morning. 44 degrees right now in South Boston. So some folks may be stopping in the Sheets here at this intersection, getting them some coffee because that's a chilly start to the day. We had confirmed reports over the last hour from the previous tornado warning of funnel clouds and confirmation of a tornado on the ground. That's not from this exact cell, but regardless, we have had tornadoes on the ground in this area this evening, so we want to make sure that you are in your safe spot at this very moment. Let's jump to the velocity and we'll show you where this is and where it is moving at this point. This is directly along the Blue Ridge Parkway too, to kind of give you some perspective on the direction of this storm. So from the Peaks of Otter stretching to the northeast, that kind of takes you up the Blue Ridge Parkway, and this storm very well may parallel the Blue Ridge Parkway over the next hour or so. We have a tornado warning right now that is still in effect for portions of Bedford, Botetourt, and Rockbridge counties. This is in effect until 10:30. Down west of 81, we could see some sprinkles or a light snow shower this evening, but that will be limited as well. Farther out to the west through portions of Arizona and New Mexico, this is the system that will bring us the rain tomorrow. We're going to be watching for the temperatures because near the surface we're going to see temperatures that could creep above freezing, and that could really impact snow totals because that could melt some of that falling snow from higher elevations, and that could transition it to rain. So if you're a snow lover, that's not what you want to see. So that's something we'll be watching as the system moves through. Friday, dew point values will be low as well, so it will feel very nice when you walk outside. It won't be quite as muggy as we saw today. 68 degrees overnight tonight in Lynchburg. We're going to have high pressure to our north. It's going to slowly start to feed in some cold air. This is not as powerful as we would like to see it for a real good opportunity for snow, and it's kind of coming in a little bit late in the game as well. So here's what I'm thinking for us. I think Lynchburg is going to be on the low end of this. I think the northern edge of Lynchburg, including Campbell County, could see maybe a trace to a half of an inch. Those higher amounts are going to be down toward the south side for us. Northern Pennsylvania County, you may see an inch. Northern Halifax County, portions of Danville, including Martinsville, Henry County, up into Franklin County. Maybe some of that rain can wash away the pollen. If you've been sneezing like I have, high pollen counts today through most of the week, and they'll come down a bit on Thursday. Tree pollen, the big culprit, and these temperatures, my goodness, 72 degrees by Thursday, almost every day this week above average. The rain we saw today has begun to move out, and we're going to see some fog settle in overnight tonight. You can almost see that from our Liberty Sky Cam here. We have a beautiful day ahead of us tomorrow, and then we're watching Friday. Rain and snow is moving in, and then a beautiful weekend ahead of us. That's going to do it for us for ABC 13 News at 6 o'clock. We appreciate your company. World News is next, and we'll be back here at 7 o'clock.
Well, tonight we want to take you first to the south side, an area that we now know is going to see historic flooding in the next 24 hours.
ABC 13's Daniel Cruz has been tracking the flooding since the early morning hours, and he joins us live from Danville with the very latest on conditions there. Daniel?
Mark and Danner, we are just off of Bridge Street, and this would normally be a parking lot near the Riverwalk Trail. Put this into perspective for you. We were out here at noon today, and I'm easily 60 yards away from where we stood at noon. It's the second light pole down there. It's where we were able to stand for our noon live shot. 5 hours later, this is what's happened. Patty, I'm now wearing my gloves, the hat, the jacket, all things that we were not wearing just a couple of hours ago, now that we have sleet and snow both falling down right now here in Danville. The wind actually feels pretty terrible out here at this point, but you can see the snow and sleet has been accumulating for about the last 45 minutes to an hour on the car. Mark, that is absolutely right. It has been quite some time since we've had a good rain in our area, and this is what we're left with. These dry leaves as well as dry grass, and these trees that are going dormant are providing a prime environment for wildfires. Once the river reaches about 25 feet, it's going to start to spill over onto River Street, and this major thoroughfare is not going to be able to remain passable. I have often said, if it's going to be cold, we might as well get the snow. Well, we have both. It is very cold out here, and I finally got my snow. This crew spent much of the day surveying damage across the area. God's pit crew will remain here in Charlotte County for the next 3 days, working to clean up all that Mother Nature brought down. Debris large and small litters Elizabeth Bowman's property in Bassett. Last night, fast-moving waters trapped her and her son inside her home.
I told my son, I said, gosh, the water's coming down the road. I said, it's going to come in the house. And I cut the TV and cut the computer off and went in the dining room, and I could see it coming in, and I climbed up on top of the table.
Bowman called 911.
And I remember the guy telling me his name was Brian. He was on the Bassett Rescue Squad. I just remember him picking me up and carrying me through the water and putting me in a boat.
Now that the water has gone down, Bowman can really see the extent of the damage.
I couldn't go in the house.
A lot of things happen in these rooms, and it's just crazy to see this much damage.
Elizabeth Bowman's granddaughter, Amanda, took us inside. Several inches of mud covers the floor, furniture is in disarray, and there is lingering evidence of how deep the water was.
Like the mirror and everything, I mean, it completely collapsed, and like the quilts on the bed, they're, you know, muddy now. Like, ooh, it sends chills down my spine.
Something Elizabeth Bowman spent a lifetime building, destroyed in a matter of minutes.
I just thank everybody for everything. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.